Today I'm going to talk to you about the moon phases throughout the lunar cycle. The moon travels around the Earth one time every month, and that is known as a lunar cycle. As the moon circles the Earth, the amount of the moon that we can see changes. These changes are known as the phases of the moon. We only see the moon when sunlight reflects back to us from the moon's surface. There are 8 distinct moon phases that I'm going to talk to you about today. This image shows the moon phases in the order that they occur from the start to the end of the lunar cycle each month. First, we will start with the new moon phase. A new moon is when we cannot see the moon. So if you go outside one night and cannot find the moon anywhere, it could mean that there is a new moon. This occurs when the moon is between the Earth and the sun. The sunlight is being reflected off the back side of the moon that is facing the sun, and that is why we cannot see it. As the moon starts to move around the Earth, we get to see more and more of the illuminated half, and we say that the moon is waxing, which means increasing. At first, we only see a sliver of the moon, but the part that we can see grows as the days go by. The phase where we can only see the small sliver is called the waxing crescent moon. A week after the new moon, when the moon has completed about a quarter of its travel around the Earth, we see half of the illuminated part, which is actually a quarter of the moon. This is called the first quarter phase. Next, the moon appears to be more than one half, but not fully illuminated by direct sunlight. This is the waxing gibbous phase. A full moon is when we can see one complete side of the moon. This occurs because the Earth is between the moon and the sun. The sunlight that is being reflected off of the moon's surface can now be seen from Earth. From this point until the moon becomes a new moon again, the illuminated part of the moon that we can see decreases, and we say that it's waning. The first week after the full moon, the phase is called waning gibbous. The amount of the moon that we can see continues to grow smaller and smaller every day during the third quarter. One half of the illuminated side of the moon can be seen. As opposed to the first quarter phase, in the third quarter phase, the left half of the moon appears lighted and the right side of the moon appears dark. The fraction of the moon that is illuminated continues to decrease after this quarter. Once only a small sliver of the left side of the moon can be seen, it is the waning crescent phase. This is the last phase of the lunar cycle before a new lunar cycle starts over. After hearing this, I hope that you can now identify the moon phases when you look up in the sky and see them